Hello, welcome to Weigh-In Wednesday. This week I'm kind of happy with the results that I had. Last week I didn't lose any weight. I maintained from the week before. But if you check out last week's video, Weigh-In Wednesday week 3, this would be week 4. I give a little bit of a rundown as to why that happened and why it wasn't a bad thing. It was not a disappointment. It was a good learning experience and will be useful down the road. Nevertheless, this is a weight loss journey and there was no weight loss, so hopefully you'd still even be interested in seeing it. That aside, this week I did pretty good. I made really good choices for the most part. There was one day, if you wanted to call it a cheat day. The food I ate was good, but I went over on calories, definitely. 15 is about my cap, and I think I hit 2, not the crime of the century. We ordered lunch at work, and it was on the company, so I didn't want to be rude. I don't eat lunch really almost ever at work. I usually just get something to drink and kind of, check the news in my office or be texting just to make use of my lunch hour, and then obviously smoke like a fiend. So I did make it a point to go sit down and eat, and there were some coworkers from other offices out of the area and visit. So, I got a salad. I wasn't going nuts, but it was a chef salad, and I more or less ate all the fun stuff off the top and threw the lettuce away. So, I guess if you want to call that a cheat. And then I ate like normal for the rest of the day. So, healthy, and then crap for the last bit. I only technically exercised once. That was, I think, on Sunday. I went for like an hour walk. I went to the supermarket, so it was half an hour there, half an hour back. And on the way back, I was lugging groceries in a gym bag. And the day before that, I had done a catering gig with my partner, Mark. And like I said, I usually have a desk job. His job is really physical, and I was keeping up with him as best I could. So we're lugging dishes, and it's 85 degrees, and we were putting all the food up outside and lighting sternos. And if you work in the food industry, you know it's hard work. And if your friends don't recognize that it's hard work, take them to work sometime and they'll understand that it's not monkey work and it's not as easy as just bringing food from a kitchen to a table. It's a lot more moving parts. So that's pretty physical. I think I definitely got a bit of exercise doing that. I know I was dehydrated from doing it. I was like dry mouthed. I felt like my skin was cracking. So just for shits and giggles, I did end up getting I need to put my glasses on. I can't see very well today. Just for shits and giggles, I decided I was going to get on the scale to see how dehydrated I was. I was 5 or 6 pounds lighter than I was the day before. So I definitely got on the bandwagon of like drinking mad amounts of fluid after that. So that was activity, that was food, and the weigh-in went pretty well. Last week I was 225. And this week I am 223. So another couple pounds lost. That brings my total so far. I started at 272. I started this channel at 229. And so 272 to 223, I'm at 49 pounds. We're getting there. I have to say, the sort of goal weight I was looking at was around 180. So with that in mind, I'm about halfway-ish, maybe a little more than halfway to about where I want to be. Math isn't my strong suit at all. I'm pretty sure that's more than halfway though. So things on that end are looking good. Non-scale victories this week include needing to start to wear a belt with the pants that I wear to work. I have pant sizes anywhere from like a 36 to a 40. And depending on the manufacturer, some of the 40s are too tight, and I have a pair of 36s that are now falling off my ass. Caveat, when you get to a certain age, I don't know about women, but as a man, I'm finding that I'm losing my ass. It used to just stay there naturally, but I think I'm going to have to get into some squats if I want to keep it. It's starting to just go flat. And it was never flat, even when I was really, really skinny. So I gotta work on that. But that's for another video, perhaps. So the belt is good, and I'm particularly wearing it on a pair of pants that used to leave red marks all the way around when I would take them off. And that little hole where you put the button in was ripping further and further. If you're a fat man or maybe a plus size woman, I don't know why we say plus size and fat, like it's different. There could be plus size men, or I guess fat women. Well, whatever. That hole rips further and further the bigger you get, and maybe you get an extender to hide your shame. Um, so that was that pair of pants, and now they're too loose. So that's kind of a big deal. Other non-scale victory. Mm, no, I think that was it. That was pretty much it. I was able to keep up at work better when I was working with Mark. I was able to bend over and not have to move my stomach out of the way, if you know what I mean. I was able to just bend straight over because I was working off the ground, picking stuff up and it down. So that was another bit of a victory. I didn't feel as near dead the next day when I got up. So that definitely helped. So all in all, I would say a good week. And hopefully, next week I'll have more good stuff to report. Every week there seems to be a little non-scale victory, and those are really important, especially because I'm not trying to live and die by the number on the scale. That's not useful to me. That's not useful mentally to me. And my weight is just one measure of how well I'm doing on this journey. And the scale is a tool. The scale is not my sun and moon, and my weight is not my worth. So trying to keep that in perspective and trying to keep that at the front of my mind. I don't want to have to be reminded of that fact, 6 months from now when I'm sitting here with my bones sticking out and having to have someone remind me that I'm worthwhile because I took my diet too far because I was feeding off of some, mental twist. I only say that because I've done it before a few times. So, trying to keep things in balance and keep it in perspective. So far, so good. So, that's it. Hopefully you'll pop in next week and see. I'm probably going to shoot out another video this week. I'm not sure what I'll be ranting and raving about, but I have a couple topics in mind. So, stay tuned.